Since Sega is adamant that they want Sonic to not just grow as a multimedia IP, but also to revitalize Sonic in Japan specifically, I think a Sonic manga would be godlike. And however they choose to do this, I'm down for the concept. A Sonic manga is a match made in heaven. Your boy knows game, people. When I added that section to Fidel's video a few weeks ago talking about a Sonic manga, I thought it would be a cool idea to pitch for the future, something we'd see in a few years, you know? Sonic Team said, forget that, because we are getting a Shadow manga starting this October for Koro Koro magazine. Like, they actually did it. One of the few times I'm genuinely speechless. Like, I'm so happy about this announcement. The artwork they've dropped looks beautiful, and I love the sheer diversity of content across the board for Shadow's year. My boy is being done justice, and it's beautiful to see. Speaking of justice, we finally know the fate of base Sonic Generations on Steam. A few weeks ago, Sonic Generations on Xbox was pulled from that digital storefront, sending everyone immediately into Code Red with the fear that the Steam version would be next. After Sega pulled the individual Sonic Genesis games without warning and before Origin's release, people were justifiably concerned that a worse fate could come for OG Generations, erasing access to a decade plus of incredible fan mods and content. But thankfully, that won't be the case. Base Sonic Generations will now be in a Sonic Legacy Collection bundle, and will exist there for future players to purchase, with Steam sales offering constant savings and games already bought in the collection lowering the price. Thank you to everyone at Sonic Team that fought for base Generations to live on, and the rare thank you Sega for showing your support for the community in this way. Seeing an official Sonic post talking about mods and game preservation is an outcome I genuinely didn't think was possible. But yet again, Sega does what Nintendo don't, and I love to see it. They are building an absurd amount of goodwill with moves like this. The reversible cover for the Japanese box art, the music releases over the past few weeks, Space Colony Arc Act 1 featuring Teddy Lloyd was a fun surprise, and the amazing marketing campaign for Sonic X Shadow Generations so far. Frontier's marketing run was only 2 years ago, but that feels like they were managed by two completely different companies. We're seeing improvements to communication and quality I honestly thought would take much longer, so I just tip the cap to how smooth things have been running for Sonic Ship in 2024. On a quick note, they also dropped the recommended tech specs for Sonic X Shadow Generations on Steam, and they look great. From $1,000 towers to toasters, it looks like this game will run well on a ton of different builds, which alongside the reduced price, hopefully opens the doors for a lot of new fans or old returning fans to arrive for Sonic X Shadow Generations. Continuing the great news today, we got the official render for Black Doom, and he looks phenomenal. The color contrast on him looks amazing, the red and purple on his horns, the colors throughout his jewelry and chains. He got quite the glow up, and I cannot wait for the boss fights to come against the Sonic universe's King in Black. And for our last bit of news, let's talk about Gamescom. Sega has announced their presence there, and I have a few thoughts of what we can see Sonic related at this event. I think we'll get the release date for Sonic Rumble, with the window being in December to coincide with Sonic Movie 3. We are definitely getting a new trailer for Sonic X Shadow Generations. They've already talked about how the demo will be there. Hopefully this is a story trailer like previous Gamescom shows for Sonic Frontiers over the past 2 years. I also think this will be the first gameplay showcase of the new White Space Open Zone and Doom powers, as well as the drop dates for the 3 Dark Beginnings episodes. And for my Hail Mary pick, I think we will get our first teaser for Sonic Movie 3 at Gamescom. Doesn't a Jeff Keighley show feel like the right place to have Keanu Reeves walk out like the Cyberpunk E3 announcement, to announce to the world that he's the ultimate life form and we finally get our first look trailer for Sonic Movie 3? Because if we don't get it at Gamescom, I have no idea when we will, and I think Gamescom is happening in a good window where it can be the first big start to Sonic Movie 3's marketing campaign. But let me know what you think. What are your predictions for Sonic at Gamescom in a few days, and what news announcement from the past week did you enjoy the most? Love y'all. Have a blessed one.